So, good day everyone. I'm Remelyn Bucoy from BS at English 1B. So, today's video, we were going to explain the following view of language teaching and learning. So, to start with the word, the structural view of a language. So, from the word itself, meaning it's something to do with the structure. The structural view of language is that language is a system of structurally related elements for the transmission of meaning. The target of language learning is the mastery of elements of the system in the terms of phonological units or the phonemes. It studies the meaning-making process of these structures. Next is the grammatical units. This includes the phrases, clauses, and sentences. Next is the grammatical operations, the adding, shifting, joining, or transforming elements. Lastly, the lexical items, the function of words, and structure. So, this also includes the audiolingual method, total physical response, and the silent way embody this particular view of a language. So, secondly, the functional view of a language. So, it is the primary one behind the communicative method. This means that we use language to communicate with each other and express whatever it is we want to say. So this theory of language means that our actual words serve the specific function or purpose of self-expression. Lastly, the interactional view of language. It is considers language as a communicative tool whose main use is to build up and maintain social relations between people. Therefore, learners not only need to know the grammar and the vocabulary of the language, but also, importantly, they need to know the rules of using them in a whole range of communicative contexts. So, let's move on to the following theories of language learning. So, to begin with the behaviorist language. So, the behaviorist approach was based on the idea that language is learned through observation and imitation. This theory states that we do not learn words and grammar because they are connected to meanings. Instead, we have a mental concepts of each word or concept. So, secondly, the cognitive language theory. So, this cognitive language acquisition theory uses the idea that children are born with very little cognitive abilities, meaning to say that they are not able to recognize and process every much information. At birth, infants are limited to a very small scope of mental processes that must be developed over time. Next is the constructivist approaches, meaning to say that this language acquisition predict that form function mappings are derived from distributional patterns in the input and their contextual embedding. This requires a detailed analysis of the input and the integration of information from different contingencies. So, lastly, the social constructivist theory. So, the main message of this constructivism is that active learning will enable students to build their own knowledge and make their own sense of what they think. Constructivism in language teaching is based on action-oriented and cooperative learning, creative classroom work, and project completion. Social constructivists believe that children have a natural intuition and certain cognitive abilities that help with the acquisition of language, but the focus is shifted to meaning in